Hey y'all, Tamika Jameson here, and I want to talk to y'all about self love and why that is very important and what that truly looks like. Self love really is what it is yourself. You are your very first love. No one is going to love you more than you're going to love yourself. So, what does that ultimately look like? If you are, let's say this, if you're with someone romantically, or even somebody in your family, it could be a friend, family member, whatever, and they are treating you in a way that you do not like, it's because you allowed it. It's just that simple. Because at the end of the day, you set the tone on how people actually treat you. You also set the tone on how people should receive you. And it starts by how you treat yourself and how you are receiving yourself. So if you are, for one, allowing people to not keep their promises, they're not going to keep their promises. And it probably starts because you told yourself something and you didn't keep it. If you are with someone that yells at you, it's probably because you don't tell yourself beautiful things. You don't look at yourself in the mirror. You don't acknowledge the beauty within yourself. You don't do nice things for yourself either. Like, I personally go on solo dates. I go on solo trips. I take myself out to eat all the time. And honestly, I tap into spaces that are going to make me happy. If you are not experiencing those things with other people, and you're not experiencing those things at all, that truly means that there is a disconnect with how you want to be treated versus how you are actively treating yourself. So figure out a way to where you can acknowledge and you have to truly say, I am failing myself. I am not doing the very best with loving on myself simply because I'm not experiencing the things that I want. I'm not internally happy. I'm not internally feeling joyous and lighthearted. And those things ultimately have to start within you. How do you stop these things from happening around you? It starts with your voice. With you actually saying, I don't like this, or just saying no. No has to be the most powerful word that you can actually say. And no is a complete sentence. You do not have to explain your no. Just like if you were to tell somebody yes, they're not going to turn around and say, well, why you say yes? They're not going to say that. So why when you say no, you have to give an explanation of why you're saying no? No. No is no. Like that's the sentence. That's the answer. I said no. So learn how to say no and stick with it without actually having to explain it. And also be bold enough to say no. I want you to think about this. If you are afraid to say no, or if you feel like you say no, they will change up on you, they don't need to be in your life. Or they don't truly love you in the way that you should be loved, because you should not be with someone where you are afraid to fully express yourself in the way that you would like. If you find yourself afraid to speak up, you are being emotionally stifled and emotionally abused. Yep, I said it. And if you don't want to believe me, well, I can't make you believe me. I can only just tell you what I know, because I've been there, done that, got that T-shirt. I have experienced all kind of ugliness and lying and cheating and all that you could think of, but I've also experienced the beauty of it. And moving forward in my good old 39 years of living, I know how I want to treat myself. I know how I want people to treat me. So I set the tone. I don't wait for nobody to take me out to eat. I don't wait for nobody to take me on a vacation. I don't wait for anybody to give me opportunities. I literally go and do everything on my own first. I set the tone. And everybody else can now match it or go above. Nothing down here. I ain't taking nothing less than that, because I don't give myself that. And you shouldn't do that either. So if you find yourself not being able to say no, you ain't supposed to be with that person. Also, if you can't, if the person that needs something from you or asking something of you, including your children, because yes, your children aren't really supposed to give you anything, but they can give you peace. They can give you love. They can take your teachings and do good with them. That's what your children can do. But if you any other person in your life and you can't lean on them for advice, you can't lean on them for to cry on their shoulder, you can't lean on them for maybe financial help, but they keep asking you for money. Like, you can't lean on them for ideas. Like, you want to bounce your ideas with them. You can't ask them for nothing, bruh. I don't think I need to say anything else. They shouldn't be asking you for nothing. They shouldn't be asking for your time, your money, your resources, your love, nothing. If you can't get nothing from them, they can't get nothing from you. That's it. Point blank period. Ain't no explanation. I don't really want to like go over that and create examples of why and who, and I ain't doing that. Literally, if someone can't match you, match what you do for them, then you got to eliminate that. Or before, if you don't feel like you want to eliminate them, talk to them, talk it out, and say, look, I don't like that you're doing this. You make me feel like this, yada yada yada. And if they are not listening, if they are not actively making changes, they don't care. There's no way to think about it, y'all. Like sometimes we try to give people excuses on why they doing this and why they doing it. It's simple. They don't care. They don't like you like that. That's not something like to really truly figure out. They don't like you like that. Very simple. And when you really can connect with the truth, then you can begin to build yourself up to cut that person off or to create some really good, healthy boundaries. I've had to create boundaries with my bloodline as well. You can still talk to them, but you don't have to give them certain parts and certain things of you. This is what we're not signing up for. We're not living life like that, y'all. Self-love really starts with how you treat yourself. Self-love really starts with what you're going to give yourself first. And if you ain't giving yourself nothing, don't expect nobody else to give you nothing. If you're not feeding yourself good food, exercising, and giving your body the things that it needs to feel nourished and alive, don't expect nobody else to give you things that make your body feel nourished and alive. Again, it start with you. It start with you. And if you are not setting that tone, by all means, don't be giving nobody else no attitude, because if you ain't doing it, they not gonna do it. Now, if you feel like this was some good advice, or if you feel like you were struggling with your own self-love, holla at me. I got y'all. I love the one-on-ones. I love talking to y'all. I love sharing my own experience. And I love just helping you get over that hump, that hurdle that you need to get to. It's A-okay to feel like I'm letting myself down. I just need somebody to talk to. That's okay, y'all. Ain't no wrong in that. We are all human. We all making mistakes. None of us are perfect. I have never said that I'm perfect, and I've never truly been perfect. I like to think that I'm the bomb, the bomb biggity, but I've never been perfect either. But when I realize there are areas and things in my life that I need to make better, I make sure I make those things better, and you can too. All right, y'all, I'm rooting for you. Holler at me if you need me, or comment below if you want to connect that way, because you never know who's also watching. They'll see your comment and they'll see you some encouragement words. I'm rooting for you. Remember to love on yourself, y'all. Love on yourself first.